It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Good afternoon. Welcome everybody to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Alex Escobar here with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. We'd love to hear from you. Give us a call, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. It is Sunday. It is also Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, all the mothers out there. And welcome to Milberger's. We're again here, back on the patio.
And tell everybody about the special.
Yes, and there is a Mother's Day special going on today, Sunday, from 1 to 3 p.m. You get one free seed packet with any plant purchase. One free seed packet with any plant purchase.
I'm sorry, what? We had an interruption.
No, all good. Yes, Milberger's is having a Mother's Day special. Today, it happened yesterday and today from 1 to 3 p.m. One free seed packet with plant purchase.
And that's any plant.
Any plant.
And that's any seed.
Any seed packet.
So I made
vegetables, plants, flowers.
Yeah, I made that question yesterday because I am famous for saying one thing and it's wrong, and we have staff rushing up to correct me. So I asked ahead of time. So any seed packet,
and
any plant.
Yeah. On another issue, we had a gardener ask about whether Cuffia was deer-proof, and I'd never heard, Mark, I'd never seen it on a deer-proof list, and Peter brought it to our attention that almost every plant has a big label here at Milberger's with the display, and on it has a deer, and if there's a cross through it, then it's not deer-proof. Mm-hmm. So he brought that to our attention. But it's a wonderful plant, and it's a popular plant, but it's not deer-proof.
Yeah. This is, some people may know it as Mexican heather. So I was, with Calvin and I were both doing research on our research files, otherwise known as our phone. And I wanted to know about some of the different species because it's a pretty big family. So there is one called cigar plant, and another one, bat-faced kufia.
See, in the cigar plant, I'm not sure I've ever seen that eaten by deer.
No. So these are all, I don't think any of these, that members of that family are really deer-proof. But I was surprised. I always see one selection called David Verity, and I always just assumed it was a cigar plant, a type of cigar plant. It's actually a cross between the cigar plant and the bat-faced kufia.
And is it deer-proof?
It's not deer-proof, but it has bigger flowers. It has orange, but they're as big as the bat-face. And so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's been brought, just to remind everybody, too, that even deer-proof plants, when you first plant them in the landscape, can be bothered by deer. The deer quite often will taste them, or will, out of curiosity, will chew them up a bit.
I'm going to make
use a spray like liquid fence. When you newly planted plants, at least spray it once every 2 weeks for 4 to 6 weeks, and that way, because even the plants that are deer-proof, like I don't know that vinca has ever been eaten, but zinnias and things like that are generally on deer-proof lists, when you first plant them, in iris, that quite often the deer will taste them. And they get offended sometimes when you put something new in their garden area that they're used to. So use that liquid fence as a preliminary spray to discourage the deer until the plant gets hardened off a little bit and the chemistry gets more potent. And then it complies with Mark's list of the factors that make it deer-proof, which are
thorny, fuzzy, stinky, sticky. Now, there's another one in there. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have a lovely lady at the porch going to ask a question.
What's up?
Lovely
Yes,
lady.
Hi. So we have a beautiful live oak in our front yard that has created lots of little saplings around the base. Whenever we bought the house, I don't think whoever was living in the house prior was taking very good care of their yard. So we're doing a lot of rehab to try and get it to a good spot. We're trying to lay down sod, but they're everywhere, like a carpet of live oak sprouts. And we were told that if we put herbicide, it could damage the live oak, which we don't want to do. Do y'all have any recommendations for preparing a yard full of those sprouts for sod, or two, just maintaining the current level of sprouts so that they don't get worse?
Well, Mark is a long-term tree expert, and I am lived in a same kind of house you're talking about with the oaks, with all these sprouts there. So we both had an experience with it. All I do is I just cut them down, keep them under control, and use it like a ground cover. Because in our soil we don't have a lot of our soils are not very deep, and the oaks are pretty old, and some of them the soil depth has changed, so it's very hard to predict what. And then live oaks have a mind of their own anyway, and some of them just do that. So you got those choices. You can cut them yourself and just use that as a ground cover. Mark will add something, but I don't. Usually it doesn't work to put sod on them.
Okay.
And of course, yes, you were right about don't use the herbicide.
Okay.
So I usually say three things is, you can mow them. You can put a ground cover. Hey, you know what? They look just like Asiatic jasmine. And so you put an Asiatic jasmine and you don't worry about it anymore. Or you get something a little taller, a ground cover that's a little bit taller to shade them out. Because they don't like shade. Otherwise, you are left with another option of mowing them close to the ground as possible, getting some shade, a landscape cloth, laying it down, and laying down either rock or mulch, and don't ever worry about the sod.
Okay.
Those are your choices on that, or just ignore it and live with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the idea of using it as a ground because our live oaks are so precious. In terms of the value of your property and the appearance of your property and shade versus more sod. That growth of those sprouts can be an advantage, and you just take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you are not the only one.
Yes.
This has been a continual Let's see, I've lived in South Texas for 42 years, and I've heard these questions for 42 years, and don't have a really good solution for them other than live with it, adapt to it, maybe make a bed out of them. I know that they could be extensive, but you also just have to mow it.
What about treasure them?
Treasure them. Well, that's how they
treat them as a.
That's how they live in nature.
Part of your landscape.
Yeah, they grow in what they call motts, MOTTES, and that if you look in the throughout the rural areas, you see all these big clumps. Mm-hmm. Well, that's how they started.
Yeah,
is they had a mother tree and they had all these little sprouts, and you see them a whole bunch of trees, all the same size, diameters, but they're in a big clump. That's how it started.
But I like that idea, that ground cover too. They look very attractive with like Asiatic jasmine.
Okay.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate your help.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I don't know if we answered your question, but we try to help.
More guidance than I got initially. So, thanks, y'all.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We didn't ask her if she wanted any tickets.
Oh, yeah.
I know you had everything out there, and then
Trying to get prepared, but it's all right. We'll discuss that more.
We
But
got to remember that.
yes, and just as a reminder for listeners,
as she walks away,
she might
you
hear
can
it
still
over the
have
speakers.
tickets.
Yes, we're giving away tickets to the Festival of Flowers, which is happening Saturday, May 30th. It'll be over at the where's it at? San Antonio Shrine Auditorium, off of North Loop 1604 between Stone Oak Parkway and Blanco. Again, it is Festival of Flowers, Saturday, May 30th. Come on up to the patio during the show today between now and 2 p.m. For your chance to win some free tickets. Regularly, tickets are $10 per adults. Children under 10 get in for free.
It's a fun time.
And all you have to do to get those free tickets is come and ask a question like that latest Gardner did. Alex has got lots of tickets.
Frankly, we're at that level where you just come by and ask any kind of question.
No, we aren't. They're very valuable, and they're.
Where did you go to school, Mark, on the first 2 years of your college journey? And then you can ask, and I can tell you. And then I can say, and get some tickets.
Absolutely. But yes, while we wait that, and while we wait your calls, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. So as a reminder, it is Mother's Day today. And as I said at the beginning of the show, there is the Mother's Day special going on here at Milberger's, where with any plant purchase, you'll receive one free seed packet from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Again, it is from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. You receive one free seed packet with a plant purchase.
So can you just pick one from the seed rack?
I don't know how they're going to do that. All I know is I asked, does this include vegetables, or is it just certain packages? And they said, no, any kind of seed, whether it be flower or vegetable.
Well, we need to ask.
Well, you don't trust me?
Next time Peter comes through here. Because they might have. They just might have some a box of seeds that are designated, but they've got a wonderful seed racks. Wow! Mm-hmm. If you can pick from the seed rack,
that'd be a great deal.
I'll bet that's what it is too. Mother's Day, wonderful Mother's Day.
Absolutely. And with it being Mother's Day, and probably some mothers out there receiving either plants or, like we mentioned, some good books here that are available at Milberger's.
I looked in my library. We had mentioned, too, yesterday, Neil Sperry's book. I had also mentioned Perennial Color by William C. Welsh. And so there's another one. Calvin mentioned Neil Sperry's book, Gardening in Texas. And I looked for another one. I really like this one, not only because I mentioned it in the forward, but it's an excellent book. It's Trees, Shrubs, and Vines in the Hill Country by Texas A&M Press, or printed by Texas A&M Press. And the writer is Jan Reed, and that's W-R-E-D-E. It's an excellent, lots of pictures and excellent commentary, descriptions, and you can see all these plants. And these are all plants in the Hill Country. So if you live in the Hill Country or San Antonio area and you just don't know what certain plants are, you can go to this book and it shows you right off.
Well, you usually mention one of the books that Milberger's has here, and which both Mark and I think is a wonderful book, and it's by our colleague, Dr. Greg Grant, and. The neat thing. What do you remember? What is the title?
And I meant to look at it before I went on the air. I believe it's Texas Landscaping, something. 48 different designs for your yard.
And of course, Greg Grant is a renowned horticulturist, and he's a good writer and a good photographer. And he has figured out, one of the issues with revising your landscape or correcting a new landscape is you look at this big project you've got and you just get overwhelmed. But Greg is in the book has kind of broken up all the big project into small projects, and so it just makes it a more doable process and a more enjoyable process, and lets you take advantage of gift certificates and take advantage of your calendar and the time you have available. So, yeah, if you that's a great book, and that would be a great gift too. We list it always in the Christmas gift list, but that's Greg Grant's book about 48 used.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the old name used to be. But,
I don't either. But the nice thing is it's available right here at Milberger's, near the cashier's counter, and you can just ask and they'll point you right to it.
And those of you that are familiar with Greg was the horticulturist here, horticulture agent here in Bexar County.
Was he
before you? Yeah.
Well, wow.
He's very old, but
no. He was like 5 years old when he was the agent here.
But he just got his PhD too. So we want those of you that know him and are familiar with his work. Most gardeners are familiar with his work. He did achieve his PhD, and so we want to congratulate him for doing that.
Right.
Which university did he
Well, there you go. I knew you were going to ask that. And
was it Stephen F. Austin?
I don't know. I don't know where he did it.
Or A&M, one of those two.
One of those two. I'll have to contact him. I got his email and phone number, so I'll have to do that. But yeah, we'd like to congratulate him. He lives in Tyler, and so
he was the horticulture agent out there.
Up there, in one of those counties up there. I don't know. I don't remember them all. I used to work for the Texas Forest Service, and I used to have to visit some of those. I just don't remember.
But, you'll take a look at it next time you come to Milberger's, or make a special trip to take advantage of the sale items today, and also that special Mother's Day gifts. And then take a look at Greg's book, too. You'll like it. And it's a good gift, and it's a wonderful resource to have available in your gardening library.
It's a great gift. And what else is also great is some free tickets to the Festival of Flowers, and we'll discuss that a little more when we come back from our break. So give us a call at 210-308-8867. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Hi, I'm here at Milberger's Nursery, and if you love gardening, you're going to want to hear this. The 26th Annual Festival of Flowers, co-hosted by San Antonio Water System, is coming up Saturday, May 30th at the San Antonio Shrine Auditorium on North Loop 1604 West between Stone Oak and Blanco Road, and it is one day only, 9 to 5. We're talking the finest nurseries with water-saving plants, fruit trees, and fertilizers perfect for the South Texas heat. Shop garden furniture, birdhouses, wind chimes, and decor. Bring your little red wagon for the plant exchange. Swap plants, bulbs, seeds, and trees with fellow gardeners. There are herb cooking demos, a floral design challenge, a kids zone, the organic roundtable, educational seminars all day, and an outdoor farmers market with fresh food and treats. Tickets are just $10 at the door. Kids 10 and under get in free, and parking is free too. That's Festival of Flowers, co-hosted by San Antonio Water System, Saturday, May 30th, 9 to 5 at the San Antonio Shrine Auditorium. Details at festivalflowerssanantonio.com.
And if you stop by here and ask a gardening question, or just say hello to us here up the counter, we've got some free tickets for you.
Yes, we have free tickets to the Festival of Flowers. Again, it is Saturday, May 30th. But come on down up to the patio from now until 2 p.m. today, and
help us remember.
And help us remember.
Yeah, help us remember everything.
Yes.
What was that? The parking was what?
Parking is free.
Free. And how much do those tickets cost if they come to the porch?
Tickets, if you come up to the porch, are free as well.
Are free.
Two tickets, yeah.
Two tickets.
Free. That's the word I was looking for. Free.
Free is good.
Well, I received some messages, some photos from the La Vaca neighborhood garden. Mm-hmm. And they have peppers. She has peppers and tomatoes coming on, some cherry tomatoes, and then she has some Better Boys.
They're actually producing fruit?
They're producing fruit. They're green, as to be expected, but she has a lot of peppers, which reminded me, we have a lot of peppers here at Transplants. We have 6 or 7, I lost count after a while, different peppers. From California Wonder, which is kind of a bell pepper, to Anaheim, to jalapenos, to serranos. And I think we had some ghost peppers a while ago, but not anymore. But anyway, we have peppers. But I want to also point out we have the big 3. Summer gardening. So not just peppers. We have eggplant and we have Oscar okra. We have 2 flats of Oscar okra. So come on down and get your okra. It's about that time.
Well, and if you planted cucumbers, cucumber seeds, I think you still have time. But my cucumbers have started to produce fruit, and I think we'd like a report if anybody out there is what their situation is with summer squash and cucumbers and Mexican squash.
Right.
I went ahead and planted Mexican squash to replace my summer squash because I always have trouble with the
squash vine borers.
Yeah, squash vine borers, and that Mexican squash is so you can use it in the same recipes. Very productive and an attractive plant, but it doesn't seem to be affected by the squash vine borers.
Not as much. I'm always scared to be 100% nowadays, but not as much. But
I can say that I have never had it affected by the squash vine borers. But if there are any gardeners out there that have, they can give us a report.
But that also reminds me, not only do we have eggplant, okra, and peppers, we also have cucumbers and zucchini on the table of transplants. So go ahead and get that. And I'm pretty sure we have some squash mixed in with that. But we have all your summer vegetable needs right now on the table for transplant.
I know it's a little late, but there's still some tomatoes out here as well.
Yeah, some of these have got inviting fruit on them even.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it's kind of late, but, if the weather cooperates, you can still count on harvesting. Our target is always to get a harvest by July 1st or middle of July, and then to plant our fall crop in August. And the reason we do that is that the heat, and the other thing is that the spider mites. We want that kind of a break, so that we can put the fall plants out there too. Now the peppers are producing a lot too. My article, the article, and we'll be talking about that later this afternoon. But my article yesterday was about the summer, the hot weather, subtropical plant perennials, and then next week we'll have the tough modern roses, and then I have the article after that is going to be harvesting the vegetables, because a lot of gardeners, including me, are starting to harvest all those vegetables that Mark talked about, the peppers and the cucumbers and beets and rutabagas. They're all the okra. I'm not sure anybody's been harvesting okra yet, but the plants are finally taking off. They like a little more heat.
Yeah.
But the plants are looking good, and they're this 90-degree heat and the rain. They should be starting pretty quick, especially if you manage to get some Oscar okra planted, which a lot of gardeners rely on. So that'll be part of it. Now, in terms of the article yesterday, we talked about the subtropical color plants that we enjoy every summer here in San Antonio. They're perennials. Milberger's usually has all of them. We've got a lot of them in place now, but there'll be more of them coming in this month, and next month. The Esperanza, Poinciana, or Pride of Barbados, another name for it. Firebush, Theralis, Duranta. What else, Mark? Did I get all of them?
The Firebush. Did you say Firebush?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Now, on this Esperanza, you want the Texas Star Esperanza. Make sure you get that.
Not the Texas.
Is it it's Texas, or is it Gold Star? No, it's Gold Star.
Gold Star.
Gold Star, yeah. So on the lantana, there's New Gold, and then on the Esperanza is Gold Star. That's why I always
now
get
there's 3 or 4, 5 different kinds of Esperanza.
Yeah, now they have the red ones, the orange ones, different ones. But the native Esperanza, if you got it from the hills and the mountains of West Texas and northern Mexico, it would bloom in September, August and September. Well, this Gold Star, and get really tall.
Yeah.
Really tall beforehand. Now, this Gold Star blooms almost minutes after you've planted it.
Well, when here at the nursery, it's like 2 feet tall and it's blooming.
Yeah, and that's the key thing. It blooms immediately, and even when it's short.
And the blooms are beautiful, of course, but most of those subtropical plants we talked about too are also very attractive to the pollinators, including the hummingbirds and the butterflies and the bees. The Esperanza is a nesting site for one of the butterflies. In fact, that's where they lay their eggs. And then the Duranta, it blooms starts blooming a little later in the summer, but it blooms and it'll be covered by the queen butterfly until the monarchs get here again for the fall migration from the north. They'll come through in October, and then they'll join the queens on covering that Duranta and getting the nectar. And they'll not just be alone with the butterflies there, but they'll be there with the bees and the hummingbirds. And the Duranta's got that purple or a white version of the blooms. And then another attraction is that they produce a berry that the birds eventually eat after the freezes, a couple of freezes in the winter times. The birds will eat that berry. But boy, they love that nectar produced by the Duranta, and that plant is very attractive. Gets a little larger than...
Yeah, so that's why I did a little research, because one time Calvin asked me, what's the other name? And I went, do something. So there's another common name for the Duranta is golden dew flower, and then also sky flower. And then when I was doing the research, I also noticed that it loves Zone 10. And Zone 10 is down in the valley. And then it said it can grow up to be 9 to 10 feet tall. I went, whoa, I've never seen it 9 to 10 feet tall, but it's more normal around this area. But
well, you better be careful because it gets that tall in our neighborhood.
So there again.
But it hasn't for the last couple years because it has been subject to those devastating freezes. But it comes back just like the Esperanza and the Poinciana, and very attractive. And the neat thing about it is these subtropical plants, perennials, can take the heat, and quite often they're a planting that is put in like a parking lot. The island, the planting islands in a parking lot, and they can take that surrounded by asphalt, and if they look, the Thralis and the Esperanza and the Pride of Barbados together really make an attractive summer-long blooming area, and that makes a normally unattractive parking lot look like a garden with lots of cars, just incidental to having cars in there too. So it's a great combination, and they come back every year.
In fact, would you say that everything on this list comes back? Well, you imply that by calling them perennials. So, Mark, duh.
Well, yeah. Now, if we have a especially devastating freeze, some of them may not come back, but almost all of them do. Now, the firebush is a little. The thing I like about the firebush is that it does well in that planting with the Esperanza and the Poinciana, but it also makes a really neat planting in full sun on the patio if you're into hummingbirds, because it's put in that situation in a container, even a 5 or 10 gallon container. The growth habit is different than it is out there in a garden. It's got about a 3 foot in diameter and a disciplined, compact-looking plant. The new growth is kind of reddish, and there's small red blooms that the hummingbirds love. And during the migration, if you lucky enough to have all 3 varieties that normally move through San Antonio and Austin areas, New Braunfels, you'll have all 3 of them competing for those blooms on the firebush: rufous hummingbirds, ruby throats, and our black-chin hummingbirds, and that's really neat on the patio. Now in the garden, the firebush gets just as big as Thralis. It gets just as big as Thralis and just as big as the Pride of Barbados. Not quite as big as the Esperanza, but it fits right in that group. And so all of those, if you haven't, you may want to try those if you have a hot spot, on the road edge or next to your driveway, or just in the open area in your landscape. Those are the plants to consider for the summertime. And one of the best places to find them is here at Milberger's. There's a lot of them available right now, and there'll be more of them coming in during the summer. And one of the best ways is to call in, kind of review the article, review your whatever resources you use in terms of the pick which plants you're going to plant, and then or just let the nursery know that you want to know when the Esperanza gets here. And specify which one do we specify, Mark? Do you remember the Esperanza?
The Gold Star.
Gold Star. Yeah, Gold Star Esperanza, and the
we have
And
Yes.
also the
Calvin.
pride of birdies.
We have a guest here. She's wondering where the hummingbird plants would be. Plants that would attract hummingbirds. Oh.
Hummingbird plants everywhere. Salvia is Turk's cap. All those Salvia gregii. Yeah, they're lantanas,
So safe to say a lot of plants are.
zinnias.
A lot of plants. Now, the general rule, although the Turk's cap and the shrimp plant violate it, the general rule is the hummingbirds prefer tubular flower. Esperanza, crossvine, Duranta, but it's not a hard and fast rule. It's just kind of a general rule.
Yeah, it's hard to beat those
Yeah, the
Shrimp plant.
shrimp plant right there. Oh
in
my!
terms of the hummingbirds.
Yeah, you have both
Firebush.
the salmon one. They're a little darker than the traditional, and then the lemon.
And then we just got a new supply of Salvia gregii over
Yeah,
there.
I know. I saw that. So that's the coral, I think.
Coral.
Yeah, it's not real red. It's not pink. Wouldn't you say coral? Like that reddish thingy over there?
Somewhere in the middle. All right, well, we'll discuss more on what the color might be when we get back. As a reminder, we're still giving away tickets to the Festival of Flowers coming up to the patio. Give us a call at 210-308-8867 with any questions you may have. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. We talked about it yesterday, but I just want to remind everybody about some of the sales we have going on here at Milberger's. As we mentioned before, we were talking about roses. All roses are on sale this weekend. Perfect thing to get your mom for Mother's Day. All roses starting at $39.99, on sale 25% off. That includes antiques, hybrids, and knockouts. We also have a Texas Superstar, the Vincas, also known as periwinkles, in a 4-inch pot, regularly $179, on sale 8 for $12. Another Texas Superstar, the Pentas, which attracts butterflies, but I feel like a lot of plants do that. The Pentas in a 4-inch pot, regularly $199, on sale 5 for $9.50. Plumbagos in a number 1, regularly $9.99, on sale $6.88. Hibiscus topiary, starting at $39.99, 25% off. We've talked about shade trees a lot. Shade trees are on sale in a number 15 and 30, which values to about $329.99, on sale 15% off. We also have oleander in a number 3, regularly $24.99, on sale 35% off. Vitex in a number 3, regularly $29.99, on sale 30% off. We have metal art, which includes wind spinners,
dead branch in the
wind spinners, windmills, animals, and plant figurines, and more, starting at $24.99, on sale 25% off. Bougainvilleas, all in stock, on sale 25% off. Dwarf Pittosporum and variegated Pittosporum in a number 3, regularly $29.99, on sale 20% off. And Milberger's Premium Lawn and Garden Fertilizer, only $49.99, a 40-pound bag, which covers around 7,600 square feet. And I know we kind of touched base on it. Calvin, you're talking about if people want to know what Milberger's is going to be getting in stock, to give the store a call, correct?
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. What you do is you let them, you call that number, and then you let them know you have interest.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
When it shows up, they'll call you, and it's a great service. Doesn't mean you have to buy it, but it means they let you know when it's here if you want to buy it.
Yes.
And so, did you give them the phone number?
Not yet, but the phone number to Milberger's is 210-497-3760. That's 210-497-3760. That's the number to the store for Milberger's.
That's right. And then you just say you want to you want to leave a phone message so that you can get a call. You're interested in the Esperanza or a Pride of Barbados, and you want to know when they are available at the nursery. That might be a week from now. It might be a few days, or might be a month. So that they'll give you a call, and the neat thing is that they've been wonderful in terms of the service and and let you know what's available. So, and you're under no obligation if you change your mind or if you're debating on which plants you're going to have. You can wait till they're available to make your decision too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great, especially on these subtropical, because what happens on the subtropical perennials, they show up and they're very showy, and they move quick.
Yeah, I would assume
so. You want that. If you have left a phone message with your phone number, they'll put some of those aside for you, and then they'll call you back immediately when they show up, and then you decide whether you want them or you want to go ahead and turn them loose.
Again, the number for Milberger's store is 210-497-3760. And if you want to call in during the show, ask us any questions. That number is 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867.
You go to Festival of Flowers?
And then again, we are also giving away tickets to the Festival of Flowers happening Saturday, May 30th. We're giving away a pair of tickets now until the end of the show and every weekend leading up to the Festival of Flowers. Again, the Festival of Flowers is Saturday, May 30th. Regularly, tickets are $10 for adults. Children under 10 get in for free. Parking is free as well. And we also have some guests here.
I've talked them into it.
Alrighty, so if they can
I feel like a used car salesman. All right,
fill out the highlighted.
Fill the highlight in. They're making us do more here. Before we just go here.
But yes, again, we are giving away tickets to the Festival of Flowers for free. Regularly, tickets are $10.
Can we give them that one?
Yes, we have plenty of pamphlets and brochures to give out to people. Absolutely.
Okay, well, there's all the information, and then we'll give you the tickets in a second here.
And of course, today is Mother's Day. Milberger's is having their Mother's Day special, starting at 1 p.m. all the way till 3 p.m. We just confirmed with Peter. Any purchase of a plant, you receive one free seed packet, and then it can be from the wall of seeds that we were talking about earlier, Mark.
Where's the tickets?
The tickets?
Show me
they're
the
right
tickets.
here. I'm getting them. They're
Show
right
me
here.
the tickets.
Show me the money.
All right. I'm closer to it. Here you go. You're very welcome.
Thank you all very much. But yes, with any...
Yeah, that's right. You're looking blank.
Seriously.
You're right next to it.
What happened, Calvin?
Oh, I was going to give them one of my tickets.
Well, I was going to do that too.
Oh, okay.
Hey, did you want to go along with it, Perry? Okay.
All right.
Can you find yours?
Well, okay. Now, here's the big thing. Where did I put them?
But yes, the Festival of Flowers, Saturday, May 30th. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's from 9 to 5. There's a lot of great things going on.
Here.
A lot of floral design competitions, gardening for kids, homegrown vegetables, contests, and many more going on.
Got it.
But yes, Festival of Flowers, Saturday, May 30th, 9 to 5. Thank you all very much.
Good luck.
Again, if you're listening...
Glad it wasn't
Great.
Oak Quill.
If you're listening, come on down to Milberger's. We'll be here till 2 p.m. today for your chance to win a pair of tickets.
All right. We got time? We got a moment? Okay.
About 5 minutes.
So we went to the website. So if any of you have questions on and if you think your tree your live oak or your red oak have oak wilt, go to the website texasoakwilt.org. It is a complete website. It is let me see. The Lady Bird Johnson Wildflower Center, the Texas Forest Service. Oh, I'm sorry, Texas A&M Forest Service, and a few other nonprofits run that website, and it's filled with all kinds of photos, information. If you want to know if you have oak wilt, you can look at some photos. How to treat it. They give you step-by-step instructions. If you want to use the fungicide, they give you step-by-step instructions on how to use the fungicide. You can use it yourself. You can purchase the chemical. It does require a harness, a pipe and tank, pressurized tank, and it's, you supply your own drill and drill into the tree. What else? It's just a really great website.
Go ahead and describe maybe what you saw on the photo.
So we used the photo. I went. Kevin was first talking with him, and I went to the website, TexasOakWilt.org website, and I got some photos, and I said, "Does this look like the leaves on the tree or on the ground?" And they looked at all the photos I had, and they said, "No." I went, that's good, because it didn't look like oak wilt to me. But over the past 6 years or so, I've been talking at least 2 years on this radio station, talking about hypoxylon. And hypoxylon is a secondary stress-related disease, fungal disease. And I could see evidence on that leaf, on that branch. It was a big limb, rather. Not just a branch. It was a big limb. We're talking 12 to 14 inches in diameter. And looking at that, I saw some evidence of that. And normally we'd go, try to cut this part right here and here. But the unique thing is there had been a crack developed between two of the major limbs. And so rather than try to isolate it in that one dead limb, I just said take off both limbs, because I'm not sure about the structural integrity of that one limb that was still healthy and still green. So I said, no, we got to go with both. So that's what I suggested to do. Now, we're going to take about 40% of the canopy. That's okay, because I think they're taking out the really structurally difficult part of the tree.
Now, and I recommended that when there's a question of whether it's oak wilt or not, one of the best tactics is to call in your favorite neighborhood arborist and have them do a kind of the analysis that Mark did there. And so they can say, well, no, it's hypoxylon, it's not oak wilt, or, gosh, yeah, you better take action because it is oak wilt. Looks like oak wilt, and here's what you need to do. Mm-hmm. So that's always, if there's a question like that. And you say, well, why would I do that? Well, if you don't do it, it spreads. The roots are interconnected on the live oaks, and you could have the whole, instead of just one dead tree, you have the whole neighborhood dead tree. And those oak trees are a valuable part of your landscape. Yes, yeah, you love them, but they're easily worth $10,000 towards the value of your property in a regular lot.
Anywhere from 4 to 20% of the value of your property are trees. Depends on what part of the country you're in.
So, yeah, that's cool. Now you know where that oak wilt website is, and you also don't hesitate to ask. Quite often, you've got a arborist that does a lot of work in your neighborhood, mm-hmm. and they will quite often they will come out there and help you diagnose, and it doesn't always cost anything either.
Absolutely.
Some places they'll do it. They'll do that diagnostic work for free.
All right, we're taking a break. We'll be right back.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 AM The Answer.
And welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 AM The Answer. Alex Escobar with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. We'd love to hear from you. We still got an hour on our show, 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. I just want to say congratulations to our last winners right before this break. They're heading to the Festival of Flowers, co-hosted by San Antonio Water System, May 30th at the San Antonio Shrine Auditorium. And we still have tickets, still more pairs of tickets to give away, so come find us here at Milberger's Nursery before 2 o'clock for your chance to win.
Hey, more importantly, it's now
yes.
Mother's Day special.
Yes, and if you're here at Milberger's, just so you know, their Mother's Day special is going on now from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. You receive one free seed packet with the plant purchase, and Peter just confirmed with us earlier, it is any seeds off of the wall. Of the rack, yes.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, because I just turned to you going, oops, I didn't do that during one of the breaks.
Oh, yes, he confirmed with me and Calvin earlier.
What was I doing?
I think you're helping somebody, or you were out scouting for what's out there.
Okay. Oh, i.e., or AKA, I was getting more coffee.
And we also emphasize the opportunity, especially on the subtropical perennials, to list. If you can look at the article in the Express News and see which ones you're most interested in, and you can call the Milberger's number and say, hey, when they show up, give me a call. I want to make a decision, or I want some, or I want to make a decision when they're available. And the reason we do that is that they're going to come fast and hard the next couple of months, and they are pretty showy and they move fast because there's a lot of customer action during that period of time. But if you have your number listed on the phone number with a plant identified, then they'll put them aside for you, and then you have they'll call you, and then you have an opportunity to decide whether you want to go ahead and buy them, or you say, well, I changed my mind, or I'm going to go plant something different. And it's been a wonderful service. It's a lot of people very happy with it, and you're not obligated, but if quite often if you there's a plant you want and you want to know when it's available, that's the best way to go ahead and make the arrangement.
We're waiting for your call, 210-308-8867. I have a question. I'm looking over the vincas where it says it's disease and deer resistant. I guess depending on where you live, either here in San Antonio or throughout South Texas, are there different diseases you need to be concerned about depending on, I guess, your soil or the climate?
At one time, yes.
Oh.
At one time, the vincas were extremely susceptible to a common disease called aerial phytophthora. And in fact, we wouldn't even recommend planting them till July?
Yeah, over
late June, July.
A 10-year, 12-year period, we went from it being one of the most popular plants to recommending that instead of April or March, plant them in August, so it's hot and dry. And then they came up with the resistant variety, Cora, and then there's a couple other ones too. And boy, that changed it back to making it a wonderful plant, and it's probably the most deer-proof of our summer annuals. And you can't go wrong, if you want a white, that Cora white, a combination of plant the white with the red, really, and the pink, and then there's a lavender too, and they really are, as far as we can tell, I think they're probably rated as the most deer resistant of the annual flowers.
Yeah.
And they're flexible even when the deer traffic through them. It's not like the zinnias; they're not stiff-stemmed and they don't break off. But as long as they're chorus or one of the other aerial phytophthora resistant,
there's an X something like extra disease resistant. I don't know, XDR or something. I don't know. But it's an acronym. But we always like to say Cora. That was my grandmother's name, so it's easy for me to remember.
And Milberger tries to limit itself to offering the aerial phytophthora resistant, but you should, even here, you should watch and select the Cora or one of the other ones if you want to, because aerial phytophthora used to be a savage. I mean, all you had to do is sprinkle the top of the plants, and they would
hand water them, and they would melt, literally melt. No, but what was the other part of your question? Because I just hopped down into that disease part. What else?
I think it was part of disease. I guess depending on
geography,
your soil and geography, are there different diseases you need to watch out for?
Okay. So, yes, that's a broad question. But if I had certain members of the rose family and I was going to try to plant them on the east end of Bexar County or anywhere in the Blacklands Prairie, I would hesitate. And the reason is, and so, for example, apples or even some of the the newer fragile new tea hybrids, I would hesitate planting them because of a disease called cotton root rot, which is more prevalent in heavy clay soils. In alkaline soils and heavy clay soils.
Alkaline is key.
Alkalinity was the key, but most clay soils tend to be alkaline. So that's why I wanted to be specific on that. So alkalinity is the key.
And back when the vinca was susceptible to aerial phytophthora, you couldn't plant it in the southeast because of the constant moisture. You know, the only chance you had was the late summer in the dry areas, Texas and west. But now it's back to being quite a popular plant, and it does a great job. Very drought tolerant and very deer-proof, deer resistant, and attractive. So, is it on sale?
What is that? The
Vincas?
Yes, Vincas are on sale. In a 4-inch pot, they're regularly $179. On sale, 8 for $12.
Oh, cool.
That's what I'd get. Oh, yeah.
And the colors usually like the white, the red, the pink, and the violet.
Mm-hmm.
In the old days, the violet used to be the dominant.
Yeah.
Now that you can't beat that red and that white.
The red and white combination is still my favorite. That's what I really like. And then just think about it, red, white, and blue. You have to find a blue flower. It's coming up.
I mean, plumbagos. I believe
Well,
they're
you
blue,
do
right?
plumbago, yeah.
And they're on sale too. A number one, regularly $9.99. On sale, $6.88.
Well, that's a pretty versatile plant there too. Perennial, probably would fit. We don't think of it as a subtropical perennial, but it is a perennial that quite often will freeze back. but comes back. They're starting to bloom now. A lot of them did freeze back this winter, and they're starting to bloom. It's a one that it's very attractive. That blue flower is hard to match, and then we like the white flower too. But it'll take advantage of whatever space you give it, and one thing it does have that the subtropicals don't usually have is it's got shade tolerance. Plumbago does pretty well. Does best if it gets a little morning sun or and blooms most, but it'll grow and prosper and bloom even when it's shady, and it'll take advantage of whatever space you give it. It'll grow up against a building, or it'll cover just a whole mass planting area, if it's available. It's a great choice, and now that it's on sale too, it makes it especially attractive.
Yes, that and many things are on sale. Also, we want to remind, it just started at 1 o'clock, the Mother's Day special going on here at Milberger's. One free seed packet with the plant purchase. And as we've confirmed, it's any of the seed packets are up on the rack for you to choose from. So that is from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock this afternoon. One free seed packet with the plant purchase. And until we're done with this show, we are giving away free tickets to the Festival of Flowers happening Saturday, May 30th. We'll be giving away tickets today, as well as the following weekends coming up, leading up to the Festival of Flowers. Regularly, the tickets are $10, but you can get in for free by coming on up to the patio, getting your pair of tickets.
Now, the seed packets, this is Milberger's racks. They've got quite a good choice.
Oh,
and we've through the weeks we've identified 3 or 4 different kinds of milkweed that are available. Sweet peas, of course, it's late to do the sweet peas now, but they're available. Zinnias, lots of zinnias, and it's a good time to plant zinnias. Last I checked, though, there was no California giants left, but but the zinnias are really blooming out there. But a lot of other seed varieties are available, including some large mixes and some smaller mixes. What are some other that you notice, Mark?
Well, as far as the flowers are concerned, there's a butterfly or a pollinator mix. It's frequently, in fact, that's been a really good one. Pollinator mix, and then also
sunflowers.
Sunflower mix, yeah. Well, the part of the perennial, or what did I just say? Pollinator mix. It had some sunflowers in it, but they were not the big ones that you traditionally think.
Well,
they were these smaller ones, and they had red foliage and as well as the yellow foliage.
And they had the annual sunflower that I like to plant so that you can produce the seeds for our lesser goldfinches, and the pollen, the nectar for our pollinators, and it's also a favorite egg-laying site for our border patches, the butterfly border patches. I get a smirk on my face when I think of Alex Milton used to love those sunflowers, and we had to keep reminding him that he didn't grow them necessarily for the blooms, but he grew them for the nectar and for the seeds and everything. And because the border patch caterpillars used to eat all his foliage off, and they'd always come back, but he just couldn't. He named all his sunflowers, and he just couldn't stand it when the border patch would eat that foliage off. But it always comes back, and in fact that is an issue right now. that I'm getting a lot of questions on from gardeners in my articles. If you've got the sunflowers have been going well, seeding and germinating, and that's great, but they'll take over your whole yard. So go ahead and designate your sunflower patch, and then leave them grow in that patch. But be careful if they get in your regular flower garden or in your vegetable garden, they'll just cover and shade everything. So pull them out of the places that you don't want them to take over the yard.
He's so quick. As soon as you came walking up, he started getting the paperwork out for you.
Yes, we are. Tickets. Yeah. Absolutely. We just have this.
We have all this new paperwork. Yes. You know, in the old days, we just would hand them out willy-nilly, but now we got paperwork. Hey, do you have a question?
While you're up here?
Not really. I mean, what would you say is the best cherry tomatoes? Not cherry tomatoes, but between the Juliet, the large red cherries.
Well,
What are they called?
well, Calvin and I love the BHN 968, the very best. I happen to also like the super sweet 100s.
What about the Sun Gold? I mean,
Ruby Crush is another good one.
Yeah, and then like the Ruby Crush, we're getting a little bit bigger sizes. The Juliet is very good. I don't have a lot of experience with the Sun Gold, but we do sell them here, or we did sell them here. They're all kind of gone now.
because the birds peck them before I can get them.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm getting to the others. So I have to put them when they're green.
But if you're going to plant tomatoes, you don't want to wait too long.
So we'll have to transcribe all that to the radio audience while you're writing down there. So asking all about all different kinds of tomatoes, particularly the cherry size. And then, like we said, Calvin is
Is it too late to plant?
no. So the next question is it too late to plant? No. In fact, you can see some of those pole bacon over there. They already have fruit on them. You can be really you can make all your neighbors jealous and envious. Say, look what I've already done.
I thought of it if you got the grandchildren coming to visit, you know, and you come to Milberger's and the day before the grandchildren, you get to plant someplace and look at here, kids.
Look at all these wonderful tomatoes. But those were good questions.
Sign at the bottom.
4 yards.
I know. This is all new. I went really
uphill.
I know. It's up above us. But,
thank you so much.
Really, but those are really good questions because a lot of people have them. You know, what are the best cherry tomatoes? And there's a.
I'm sorry.
Am I allowed to get 3?
Can she get 3? Okay.
Let's see.
How old is your?
How old is my grandchild? No.
Oh, I mean, no. I was wondering if they were under 10 years old, they'll get in free. But
Oh, no, this is
Mark's
for
going to
my-
give you an extra one.
My neighbor. I want to tell you this. Thank you so
Have fun.
Have
Enjoy the
fun.
show.
Yes. So Calvin and I have been doing Festival Flowers for 25
Yeah,
years.
pretend you don't see that.
You didn't see me do that. Of course, hey, they're free. You gave me to give away, so I can give away to anybody.
That is true.
Anyway, so our questions are great because a lot of people ask, which is the best cherry? And well, Calvin, I go, well, it depends on your taste. You know, Calvin.
Yeah, and your mood.
Yeah.
Now, I'm harvesting both the BHN 968 now and the Ruby Crush. And it depends on the day. Whichever one I've got, I like the best.
All right. Well, congratulations to our most recent winner. They're heading to the Festival of Flowers for free. It is on May 30th from 9 to 5. We still have a couple more tickets to give away for today. For right now, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. We'll see you then. Hey, I'm here at Milberger's Nursery, and if you love gardening, you're going to want to hear this. The 26th Annual Festival of Flowers, co-hosted by San Antonio Water System, is coming up Saturday, May 30th at the San Antonio Shrine Auditorium on North Loop 1604 West between Stone Oak and Blanco Road, and it is only one day only, 9 to 5. We're talking the finest nurseries with water-saving plants, fruit trees, and fertilizers perfect for the South Texas heat. Shop garden furniture, birdhouses, wind chimes, and decor. Bring your little red wagon for the plant exchange. Swap plants, bulbs, seeds, and trees with fellow gardeners. There are herb cooking demos, a floral design challenge, a kids zone, the organic roundtable, educational seminars all day, and an outdoor farmers market with fresh food and treats. Tickets are just $10 at the door. Kids 10 and under get in free, and parking is free too. That's Festival of Flowers, co-hosted by San Antonio Water System, Saturday, May 30th, 9 to 5, at the San Antonio Shrine Auditorium. Details at festivaloflowerssanantonio.com. And if you're listening, and if you're here at Milberger's, we are still giving away a couple pair of tickets to the Festival of Flowers for free. Again, the Festival of Flowers is Saturday, May 30th.
So it's a wonderful event, too. If you've got any gardening questions, there are just a lot of skillful horticulturists there, always at the event. When we've been doing it through the years, well, ever since I've been here in San Antonio, we've had offered the program. In fact, I think I was the Sauce Conservation Director when we started it. I'm sure it's hard to remember that so many years ago, but yeah, and we always, those of us that are gardeners and horticulturists in the business, we always like the event because it brings all of us together that we've, met in past years, and it gives us an opportunity to discuss the issues and see about the new businesses and what kind of plant offerings and what kind of, and we have this last couple of years we've had some with the weather that we've had and some changes in the structure of our wholesale market. We've had some real changes in the availability of plants. So that'll be a real interesting discussion. I'm sure that'll be part of the event on the 30th. And if you want to discuss that, you can discuss it with us too, Mark and I. Even now, I know I'm getting questions about where are the primulas? Where
still?
Yeah. Well, no, it's kind of adjacent to where are the zinnias. Mm-hmm. The Dreamland zinnias, the big flowered zinnias, which
where is the porterweed?
Yeah, well, the porterweed, I expect. I keep thinking it'll show up, but
and zinnias, yeah.
So, part of that is the weather. Part of it is we've had one of our major wholesale firms, the producers, the Peterson brothers, they've gone out of business.
No relation.
And we have relied on them for a lot of years to support the plants that are favorite with our gardening community. So there'll be adjustments, and part of the adjustments will come from discussions and our moaning and groaning about the lack of availability of some of our plants that are favorite. Even Whopper Begonias, which it's just semi-secret, but we have a fair supply right here at Milberger's right now. And we got lots of the small leaf begonias, but we even got some of the Whoppers if you want to come and find them. But they've been tough to find, and last year especially, and then this year at least we've got some available. And then, what did one of the staff told us, brought it to our attention that one of the Laurel Bush petunias were available out there, huh?
Oh, I didn't know. I was looking for the deer resistance on some other plants that people were asking about.
Yeah, the Laurel Bush. It's one that if you plant it in your containers or in your flower garden, you can expect it to come to reseed
Yeah.
every year. And,
Which is
and they are
unusual
growing.
for a petunia. So
Yeah, they are regrowing this year already. So some of those lower bushes, they've got kind of a... Is that a violet, you think, Mark? That color, or is that a pink? A pink
the
violet?
one that's rising on the second table.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with a fuchsia.
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 Is that what is that they call pink in Michigan?
Well, no, it's just I don't know what pink it is, so I'm just going to go with fuchsia.
Fuchsia.
That sounds like a sewer leak or something.
No. Air escaping from a hole from a tire. Fuchsia.
The other thing that's hard not to notice here at the nursery, there's some wonderful plants, but there's also lots of folks with Spurs
Oh, yes.
outfits on and in the Go Spurs Go mood.
Yes, go Spurs go. They play today at 6:30.
And the game will be at 6:30 tonight.
On real TV.
Oh, it will. Ooh.
Yeah. No streaming necessary.
All right.
We're cheering on the crowd here. The crowd is cheering on us.
Absolutely. Well, give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867.
And remind us again, Alex, will you, if they want to call and
Yes.
reserve or get a call back from the nursery when a plant that they're interested in becomes available. We're especially interested in the subtropical perennials right now. The poinciana and durantas and firebush, thorales, and esperanzas. Poinciana, I keep calling it poinciana. A lot of people are more comfortable with Pride of Barbados. Calling it that. There are some of those available now, but they'll be coming in next few weeks. So call which number?
The number
Alex?
for Milberger's, the nursery, is 210-497-3760. And you can also find this information at their website, milbergernursery.com. milbergernursery.com, the phone number 210-497-3760.
And you get on that list, and then you'll get a phone call when the plants show up, and then you can make a decision whether you want to follow through on your purchase or not. In between, they'll put those plants aside for you for a few days until you can make a decision.
Yes, and Mary may correct me. I may be wrong, but we have everything that's on your list except the Gold Star Esperanza. They're still waiting on that.
Right now.
Yeah.
And
So,
we expect it. But
and I heartily encourage you to get that.
you know why I know we don't have it?
Well, because you wanted one, right?
No, because it's not. There's not an Esperanza that's 2 feet tall that's blooming.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because
I'll trust you on that one. Yes.
That's the Gold Star. Is that one of the characteristics of it is that it's a blooming machine. Blooms when it gets from about 2 feet tall till it gets about 7 feet tall, and a great plant. And then, as Mark described, the native, the old style Esperanza, needed to grow to 7 feet, 8 feet tall before it even started blooming. And when that was usually not Mark, till September, October.
Yeah. August at the very earliest, but usually September. I usually figured Labor Day, and that's when I would start seeing it. So anyway, that's that. We have everything else. We have the Thorales, which is always one of the ones we don't have, right? Thorales, the poinciana, firebush. We have the Duranta. Is that right?
Yeah, I saw a few of the
back in the
Durantas.
back. Okay.
Yeah, over here. Another thing that before I forget, what I would like to, I'm disappointed in the monarch. I really haven't seen very many monarchs in my landscape or
No.
here at the Milbergers. We saw at the most I think Mary reported 2 or 3 at a time. And if you want to give us appreciate it if you could give us a monarch report. The monarchs are probably moving north now.
Mm-hmm.
They moved out of our central Texas area on their migration route, but they'll be back in October. But if you kind of give us a report on what you saw, did you see any mass populations or flights?
Yeah, we had one at our neighbor's house, and it was just, I guess, collecting some nectar.
Just one?
Just one. It was about...
That's what I had, was one at the most. We had, I think Mary reported we had 3 here. We saw 2 out in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah,
you know what?
I don't know.
Maybe they were all here last week when we were over at the station. Maybe that's why we didn't see them.
Yeah, could be, or maybe
That's our story.
Oh,
We're gonna stick with it, too.
maybe they were at one of the Spurs celebrations.
That could be.
instead of entertaining us here at Milberger's, they were all out there watching the Spurs and sharing some cheering.
Yeah, could be.
Go Spurs, go!
Go Spurs, go! And if you've seen any sightings of any monarchs or some birds, I know we've talked about some bird sightings. 210-308-8867 is the number to call for any updates you may want to give us.
That's right. And Mark, you want to also give us a little report on the that shade plant that is a little sensitive to drought, kind of the lush one right in the middle of over there by the begonias.
There's so many.
No, it's
originally I was pointing out there's a native skullcap that I really like. Is that blue one in front of the lemongrass.
No, I was thinking of the one that's lush that we plant in deep shade, like the begonias, and it's.
Well, we have the coleus back there. We also have impatience.
Impatience is what I was talking about.
Okay, yeah, impatience. Yeah, you know what? I always seemed to be a little early, but I was wrong. I had a look at the calendar, and so I went, "Oh my, it's May 10th already." So, impatiens are a very traditional warm weather plant that likes shade. If you have shade, and I know many of you do because you complain about the shade on your grass. So
shade and irrigation water.
Yeah. It's not a xeric plant. The impatiens are not a xeric plant, so they do like their regular consumption of water. Nice big pots on a patio.
Lots of color.
Oh, that would be a lovely place for it.
But let's see, the dominant color over there are looks like they're pinks and oranges. Are there any whites?
Yeah, right next to on the second table. You see where the oranges are?
Yeah.
Yeah, right next door.
Okay. Well, look at this here. Look at this display here of we've got the petunias we talked about, the Laurel bush petunias.
Yeah.
It looks like there's some vincas there, aren't they? The white ones?
Yes.
And the pink and the pinks. Kind of an off pink. Must be a fuchsia.
A fuchsia.
That's a Michigan pink.
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah. Help me out. Somebody call up and tell me what fuchsia really is. I think it's supposed to be pink of some type, but I don't know.
Yeah. As a reminder, the Mother's Day special is going on here at Milberger's from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. That includes one free seed packet with the purchase of a plant. Again, that is any seed packet that's up on the...
Including the zinnias and the milkweed, all the vegetables. Mm-hmm. And, you can still plant, You probably could still plant okra. I think there's okra seed there.
Yeah.
And, let's see, southern peas.
Yep. That's the time that we start doing it or thinking about it. But, our main one is the peppers and eggplant and okra. And, you could probably still do all three of those right now.
Well, it's certainly easier doing the eggplant with transplants.
Yes. And we have the transplants, and we have okra transplants, and we have a bunch of pepper transplants. Yeah. All different kinds.
And the peppers have started to be... I harvested some of the... of course, I've been harvesting the banana peppers for 3 or 4 weeks now, and the started on the jalapenos too. Other gardeners, I'm sure, are harvesting. So what was the one that started with S, Mark? That
a pepper?
Yeah, that we've had for a long time. The transplant.
We had Serranos.
Serranos, yeah, that's a popular one. And then you had all those regular. Green peppers.
There was a whole bunch of different ones. We had Aladdin and another A name, and then California Wonder, which is kind of another bell.
That's the old one we used to grow even in Minnesota. California Wonder.
Yeah,
maybe it was just Wonder then.
Yeah. Well, I call it California Wonder because that's what it was. It was a wonder. What else? Oh, so we had jalapenos, and you picked up a tam.
Tam mild.
That's the tam mild. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's as the name implies, it's a Texas A&M variety.
Yeah, and it's very productive and easy to grow. So
there are many people who blame Texas A&M for the unmanliness of the jalapeno now.
Really?
Because of that.
Interesting.
Because of that one. Just like the onions no longer have the onion bite. They have demasculinized the onion.
Now,
interesting.
I may, of course, my opinion of onion bite is probably doesn't compare to a lot of long-term San Antonio area gardeners, but I harvested some beets, and I flavored them with my some of those tam mild jalapenos, and also the what is the red pepper, the red onion that we.
I was going to say it. Red Creole? Did you use?
Now, I can still smell the red Creole, so it's got enough potency for that.
No, that's
a wonderful smell.
That's Calvin and I's favorite red. Is the red Creole for that very reason. It's a nice taste, a nice pungent taste.
It's got that potency, just enough onion potency, so you know that you're using an onion.
When I want an onion, I want to know it's an onion.
All righty. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We have Bert on the line. Bert, we'll get to you on the other side of this break. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. We have Bert on the line. Bert, it's good to hear from you. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. And you guys?
Oh, we're doing great.
I saw it is 91 today there.
Yeah, it's terrible. Well, it was 92 yesterday.
Oh, this is better.
Yes.
It's 60 here. Mark, I heard you talk about.
I know, and I know we're going to pay for the nice weather that we've been having. I know that's going to happen come August.
And at some point. I heard you talk about what you call fuchsia. But
Oh yeah.
in Holland,
So I
Holland it's
couldn't
called- Yeah, go
couldn't
ahead.
describe it. No, I couldn't describe the pink, and all of a sudden, just the word fuchsia popped into my mind. So, correct me if I'm wrong, or describe fuchsia.
Yeah, in Holland,
Yeah.
they call it fuchsia, because it's CH and it's hard, fuchsia.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they come in a little variation, pinkish or reddish. And it's a house plant. You can easily take clippings, and you put the clippings in water, and then they root. And
Well,
So it's not just the color; it's actual plant.
So,
I didn't hear that.
well, you said that's actually fuchsia is a plant by another name.
Fuchsia, and
Yeah.
you spell it the same. You know,
Oh, yeah.
just
Okay. Okay.
pronounce is different. Fuchsia,
Yeah.
and that's
So
they would
yeah.
probably do fine in Texas and San Antonio, temperature-wise.
It
maybe
probably
not.
isn't. And so somewhere in the back of my mind, I sort of remember what you're saying, but it just didn't come to the forefront. I just was thinking of the color. That's what popped in my mind.
Well, I think you're pretty accurate though on that.
Oh, you just wanted to torment me.
Yeah, I was
okay.
teasing you about it. But it's tough. I mean, there's so many variations of pink, and a popular flower, an easy color to hybridize, and so it's one of those that everybody's looking for new names to describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the plant you mentioned, yeah, that as soon as you said it like that, my mind went, oh yeah, there is a plant like that, but it's been so long ago since, yeah. And as soon as you said it like that, I went, oh yeah. So
Your mother may have had one, or your Oma, your grandma.
Yeah.
I said Oma, but
my mother's mother. She. I know. There you go. That's why I said it. And it's a brightly colored plant. My other grandmother is. She was from Alberta and Montana, so she had more of a western feel. But I can see my grandmother Grace having that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and there was something else. I found a black-tailed swallow, a black swallowtail in my dry aquarium where I put raised caterpillars last fall. And
Really?
they make a chrysalis.
Yeah.
Then one made a chrysalis but didn't hatch in the fall, and now it hatched.
Oh, it didn't hatch in the fall, but now it did?
Yeah. Black swallowtail.
Black swallowtail.
What kind?
Yeah.
Black swallowtail,
okay.
and it overwintered.
Yeah.
Well, in Michigan, that's probably a good thing.
Now,
Probably
have
smart.
you seen any? Have any monarchs reached Michigan yet?
No, I haven't seen any.
Okay.
Sometimes you get a report.
I don't know where they are
uh,
because we haven't seen very many here either. But they're, I guess they must be between
It must be somewhere
Central
in the
Texas
Midwest.
and Michigan.
There's still a chance of a night frost here, so it might be too cold for them. I don't know.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Bert.
Thank you, Bert.
Yeah.
That was very helpful. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuchsia. All right. Thank you so much, Bert.
Okay, take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Maybe I think that might be all the time. We're in about 5-6 minutes left. But again, we are still giving away some tickets to the Festival of Flowers. Our show ends at 2 p.m., so you still have opportunity to come up to the patio, get your yourself a pair of tickets.
You come up like that one woman did. She's racing over.
Be lined over here, yes.
Yeah. we got all the way from the entrance. We're going, uh-oh, I bet someone's coming for tickets. And sure enough.
But absolutely. And as well, it is Mother's Day. Milberger's is having their Mother's Day special now until 3 p.m. It is one free seed packet with the purchase of a plant. And those seed packets are any that they have up on their seed rack.
Including the vegetables?
And the flowers.
Yeah, and a lot of the plants we've talked about a lot, like milkweed and zinnias. And I think there are even some mist flowers that were over there. And, of course, there's mist flowers and zinnias in the transplants, too.
Yeah, I think in that pollinator packet that I like, I particularly like the zinnia mix in the pollinator packet because I do believe it had some mist flower in there, as well as several different zinnias.
Yeah. And zinnias are easy to grow by seed, and they do a good job. They're pretty fast. So you'll have them up in 7 days, and then you'll have them blooming in 5 weeks.
Full sun. That's what they're like.
And it's looking like full sun this whole week. It looks like.
Oh, no, not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow?
Not tomorrow. We're supposed to have overnight rain and into tomorrow. But the rest of the week, I think, is all sun.
All sun. So if you already cut your grass, get ready to cut it again, I would say.
There you go.
Yeah.
And and then the other thing is there were several sunflower varieties out there that are available on the seed pack, so that'd be good. Just a few of the special plants that we want to bring to your attention. There's some of the whopper begonias, lots of the smaller begonias, but whopper begonias available, and then the Laura Bush petunias. One of the staff people brought it to our attention. Remind us that there's Laura Bush. If you want to get those started in your landscape, you just plant one of these transplants, and it'll be dropping seed, and you'll be having it growing off and on through the whole year.
I'm going to venture and say that is a Texas superstar, isn't it?
I think you're probably right. We can declare it ourselves.
Yeah. Let's do that. We'll declare it a Texas superstar right here.
Well, and our colleague Jerry Parsons, that was one of his favorites. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, in fact, that's where I learned it from him, is the Laura Bush. And I think it's an excellent. It looks very, and I believe the wave came from that, or was one, that was one of the parents of the wave.
That's a pretty one. Yeah, another one I want to bring to attention. There are not a lot of them left, but there's about 20 of the shrimp plants, about 10 of the yellows and 10 of the rust. What a neat pollinator plant. The hummingbirds love them.
There was one earlier today that was eating from it earlier.
Yeah, well, they won't last. I suspect they'll be gone by tomorrow morning.
As that goes by, that plant, that's a fig plant. And James, if you didn't hear, I gave a whole long soliloquy on figs. And you'll just have to wait till next week.
And the Celeste aren't that far from being.
And we found out you and Calvin are correct. Celeste will start, and they're known to be mid-May producers. So we're there.
And the birds are, just as Alex mentioned, the birds are making visits to see if they're ripe yet.
Yeah.
About 4 or 5 times a day, it seems like, in my landscape. The mockingbirds and blue jays and cardinals and every other species, because the figs are a favorite food of all those birds. And the good news is that there's usually enough produce that you can even get your fair share for your recipes and for your household.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say venture out early in the morning and get your figs before the birds are up and attacking them. That's just my advice.
So what time do you get up? You get up at like 5 o'clock, Mark, in the morning?
It depends on the day of the week. 5:40 to get to the tree company and see the crews off. And but on regular days, no. No, that would be a big no. If I'm up by 7, if I'm up and going at 7:30, 7:45, that's a good day.
Now, just in case anybody doesn't know, the Spurs play at 6:30 today. Go Spurs, go!
Go Spurs, go!
Yeah,
very much. It will be on Real TV as well as Peacock. So choose your form of.
We're not sponsored.
What do you call it? I was going to say visitation. That's not right.
Viewing.
Viewing. Yeah,
Yes.
for your viewing pleasure.
Yes, but we want to thank everybody for listening today. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Mother's Day special going on here at Milberger's. And throughout the next few weeks, we will be giving away tickets to the Festival of Flowers. So come on by during the show, noon to 2, Saturday and Sunday, for your chance to win tickets. Again, we want to thank you for listening to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Alex Escobar, Dr. Cowan Finch, and Mark Peterson signing off for this Sunday. Happy Mother's Day, and we will see you next week.
bye-bye, everybody.